There's a quiet habit that changes how people see you. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, so slowly you barely notice. It begins with good intentions. You want to be kind, easy to work with, mature. You say yes to avoid conflict. You explain yourself so no one misunderstands you. You apologize quickly to keep things smooth. You tell yourself this is what good people do. At first, everything seems fine. Then small things start to shift. People interrupt you more often. They question your choices. When you say no, they don't treat it like a final answer. They treat it like the beginning of a discussion, something to work around. You feel confused. You know you're capable. You know you have value. So why does it feel like people don't take your words seriously? A man once noticed this during an ordinary afternoon at work. His schedule was packed. Deadlines were tight. Then a colleague came over with a quick favor. It wasn't quick. It would add hours to his day. He said, "I can't take that on right now." That should have been enough. But the silence felt uncomfortable. So he kept talking. He explained his workload. He described his deadlines. He justified his priorities. He tried to sound reasonable and cooperative. By the time he finished, something had changed. His colleague wasn't accepting the no. They were analyzing it. Suggesting adjustments. Looking for openings. The more he explained, the less firm he sounded. Later, it hit him. If he had simply said, "I won't be able to do that," and stopped speaking, there would have been nothing to debate. He thought he was being polite. Instead, he was teaching people that his boundaries were flexible. A woman experienced something similar in her friendships. She was the dependable one. The listener. The one everyone called when things fell apart. She gave advice, comfort, reassurance. She carried other people's stress like it was her responsibility. Some friends understood. Others seemed offended. The reaction surprised her. That's when she realized the truth. Some people valued her care. Others only valued her constant availability. She had trained everyone to believe she would always show up, no matter the cost to herself. The moment she stopped, it felt like a betrayal even though it was simply a boundary. Then there are the small apologies. Sorry to bother you. Sorry for the long message. Sorry for asking. They sound harmless. Polite, even. But repeated every day, they send a quiet message: my presence is inconvenient. My needs are too much. Over time, you begin to shrink. You soften your opinions. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You agree with ideas you don't share. You adjust yourself so no one feels uncomfortable. People may like you, but they don't truly know you. They know the edited version, the one designed to be accepted. Eventually, that same man at work decided to try something different. Another unreasonable request came his way. His instinct was to explain again. But this time he simply said, "I won't be able to do that." And then he stopped. The silence felt awkward. Almost rude. But he held it. After a few seconds, the other person nodded and said, "Okay." That was it. No argument. No negotiation. For the first time, his no sounded complete. Not because he was harsh, but because he was clear. Respect didn't grow because he demanded it. It grew because he stopped weakening his own words. When you over-explain, people search for cracks. When you carry everyone's emotional weight, they stop carrying their own. When you apologize for existing, people begin to believe you should. When you chase approval, you hand over your confidence. But when you become calm and certain, something shifts. When you stop over-explaining, people stop debating you. When you protect your energy, others learn your limits. When you stop giving endlessly to those who only take, the right people move closer and the wrong ones move away. None of this requires aggression. It requires self-respect. Kindness is powerful. But kindness without boundaries slowly erases you. The moment you decide that your time matters, your energy matters, your voice matters, people feel it. Some may resist. Some may leave. But the ones who stay will treat you differently. Not because you forced them to, but because you finally stopped shrinking.